Next, how do we find the mean, variance, and standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the sample means? So we have these formulas. For the population, we have this. So the mean, the population mean is just the sum of the data divided by the number of the data. And we have this formula for the variance. And of course, for the standard deviation, this is just the square root of the variance. Now, with regards to the sampling distribution of the sample means, we have this formula. So, in order for us to use this one, we must first create a table in order for us to come up with these values. But we have a shortcut. So, for first, we'll start with the replacement. So, the mean of the sampling distribution of means is equal to the mean of the population. So, if you already computed for the population mean, so this is also the mean of the sampling distribution of the means. And next, the variance of the sampling distribution of means is we have this. So the variance, the population variance divided by the size. And this one is a standard deviation, or this is just the square root of the variance. So this is just also equal to the square root of the variance of the sample means. Okay, let's have an example. First example, consider a population consisting of the values 2, 5, and 8, and the size is 2. So we are asked to find the population mean, the population variance, the population standard deviation, the mean of the sampling distribution of the sample means, the variance of the sampling distribution of sample means, and the standard deviation of the sampling distribution of the sample means. So let's start. Let's start first with the population mean. So the population mean is just the sum. So we have the mu. Okay. Mu is equal to the sum. So 2 plus 5 plus 8 divided by 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 of them. So divide by 3. So this is 2 plus 5, 7 plus 8, 15. So 15 over 3 is 5. So the population mean is 5. Next, the population variance and standard deviation. So we have the data 258 and the mean is 5. So the variance, let's start first with the population variance. So we have 2, the first data, minus our mean squared, plus the second data is 5 minus our mean squared. And we have, okay, plus the last data is 8 minus 5 squared, all over by 3, divided by 3. So 2 minus 5 is negative 3 square, we have 9. 5 minus 5 is 0 square, that is still 0. 8 minus 5 is 3 square, so that is still 9, divided by 3. So 9 plus 9 is 18, divided by 3, 6. So that is the population variance. So therefore, our standard deviation is just the square root of 6. So what is the square root of 6? This is equal to 2.45. Okay, so we're done with ABC. Now let's go now to the mean of the sampling distribution. So by our shortcut, the mean of the sampling distribution of the mean is just equal to the population mean. And the population mean is 5. So automatic, this is equal to 5. So mu x bar is equal to 5. Next, the variance and the standard deviation of the sampling distribution, and take note we're given with size 2. So the formula for this one is just the population variance over the size. So population variance is 6 divided by the size is 2. So the variance of the sampling distribution is 3. And last, the standard deviation is just the square root of the variance. So what is the square root of 3? 1.73. Okay. Now let's go to example 2. In example 2, we're given with 4 numbers, 1, 2, 4, and 5. So what is the population mean? So again, we just add 1 plus 2 plus 4 plus 5 divided by 4. So 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 4, 7 plus 5 is 12. Divided by 4 is 3. So this is the population mean. Next, the population variance. So we have the data 1, 2, 4, 5, and the mean is 3. So we have 1 minus 3 square plus 2 minus 3 square plus 4 minus 3 square plus 5 minus 3 square. So divide this by 4. So this is 1 minus 3 is 2 square, so that is 4. 2 minus 3 is negative 1, square is 1. So by the way, this is negative 2, then square is 4. Plus 4 minus 3 is 1, square is 1. 5 minus 3 is 2, square is 4. So divided by 4. So we have 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 1, 6, plus 4 is 10. So 10 over 4. Or 5 halves. Or you can have it in decimal number or in decimal form, 2.5. So therefore, our standard deviation is the square root of 2.5. So which is equal to 1.58. Next, let's go now to the mean of the sampling distribution. By our shortcut, mu x bar is just equal to the population mean, which is equal to 3. This one. Next, variance, and of course, the standard deviation of size 3. So now we have the variance of the sampling distribution. The formula is the population variance divided by the size. Now our population variance is 2.5 here. And then we divide this by size 3. So 2.5 divided by 3 is 0.83. Okay, so therefore the standard deviation is just the square root of 0.83. So this is equal to 0.91.